everyone, hope you've all had a nice weekend. This weekend for me has been particularly good because the sun has come out finally in Britain. It's only the end of March and it's already exceeding 20 degrees, which is amazing really, and I managed to sit outside in the sun comfortably for like over an hour, so that was really cool. So yeah, it feels like summer is really here and it's putting me in an excellent mood despite the fact that it means exams are approaching. The weather is still putting me in an excellent mood, so also apologies if I'm squinting because it's already really sunny, so yeah, apologies if I'm squinting a lot, but it is very sunny. I thought I would do the Get Your Freak On tag today. I've seen quite a few people do this tag and I've seen the questions and they aren't particularly freaky, but I like doing these tags anyway, so I thought I would do one. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. First question is, what's a nickname only your family calls you? My dad and my sister, they don't really have any nicknames for me. My mum calls me JC, which is my initials of my first, my middle name. And it was a sort of a name that I coined for myself when I was about 9 or 10 and young and stupid. I thought it sounded cool and it doesn't. And she still calls me now, it's quite embarrassing. So yeah, that's the only nickname I really have. Question 2 is, what's a weird habit of yours? I wouldn't say I had any particularly weird habits. I like bite my nails and stuff, but I think that's pretty normal. I make a lot of lists, which is a bit strange, and I'm quite obsessive about them. I make sort of short-term to-do lists and long-term to-do lists, and they are very, very meticulously done. But I've always been like that. Even when I was 6, I created a book of lists, and it was just like a book of really random lists, like a book of animals and a book of names and a book of a list of names, a list of animals, a list of food, stuff like that. It was really strange. So I've always had a thing for lists, which is quite odd. Question 3, do you have any weird phobias? I'm quite scared of cows. I don't think I should be because I don't really eat beef, but I just don't like them at all, and moths as well, I cannot stand. I think this is a bit more common, but I just, like, even thinking about them is just like, ugh. Like there was, my dad was watching a programme once, and I can't remember who it was, but he was in the jungle at night, and he had a torch and a white sheet, so it was all illuminated and bright in this dark jungle, and the whole thing was covered in moths, like some of them, like as big as my hand, and you know that fear when you just want to cry? It was like that. So I cannot stand them for the life of me. Question 4, what's a song you secretly love to blast and belt out when you're on your own? I'm pretty shameless when it comes to the music I listen to. I would say I have quite a diverse music taste anyway, so I don't really have any shame about listening to any particular bands or songs really. So yeah, there's nothing I'll really listen to just when I'm on my own. Question 5, what's one of your biggest pet peeves? I don't know how common this is, but it concerns certain condiments. In my opinion, mayonnaise should never ever be squeezy, only in the jars. You take it out with a knife or a spoon. That's normal mayonnaise. Never ever squeezy mayonnaise. And ketchup is the other way around. I think should always be squeezy. In restaurants, when they bring you the ketchup in the teeny little containers with the spoon, I think that's the most ridiculous thing. Just bring me the bottle, it will save you effort and washing up. It might not look as classy, but you know, I'll be happier and the customer is always right, so I find that really irritating. Question 6, what's one of your nervous habits? I find I pick the skin around my nails, particularly on my thumbs, and I also break my nails. I don't bite them so much anymore, I've been really good. They're starting to get quite long, which is good, but yeah, I do tend to pick them and like break them, which is almost more annoying than biting them really. Question 7, what side of the bed do you sleep on? I've only got a single bed, so I don't really have a side to pick. I don't really have 2 sides to choose from. But I do normally sleep facing away from the door in the room I'm in. Doesn't really matter where I'm sleeping, I'll just face away from the door. And the curtains always have to be completely shut or I cannot sleep. So that's just some bedtime habits I have. Question 8, what was your first stuffed animal and its name? I don't really remember the first animal, but I had a doll when I was 1 called Isabel. And a freaky thing about this is, I had a doll called Isabel, and then the next cousin of mine was called Isabel. My sister, when she was born, had a doll called Sophie, and then the next cousin of ours who was born was called Sophie, which I find really, really strange. But anyway, that's a bit of a tangent, but I thought that was appropriate for the tag. Question 9, what's the drink you always order at Starbucks? I don't really have like one default drink. I like the caramel cream, like blended cream ones with the caramel on top. I don't like coffee, so it's got basically just cream and caramel in it, so it's terrible for you, but tastes great anyway. If not that, then probably one of the blended juices, like the berry ones, the one I normally go for. They're both cold, so I wouldn't say it depends on the season, but I think it would just depend on how healthy I'm feeling. Obviously, despite the amount of sugar in it, I would say that the fruit one is a lot healthier. So yeah, those are the two that I'd probably go for the most. Question 10, what's a beauty rule you preach but don't practice? I wouldn't say I preach that many beauty rules, really. Wouldn't say I was in a position to, but I'd say taking off makeup was really important. I hate waking up with sort of like panda eyes or just makeup left on my face. I think that's really uncomfortable and it's just not good for you. But even still, I wake up, I have like mascara or eyeliner under my eyes and it's super uncomfortable. So I obviously don't do a particularly good job of it, even though I think it's a good idea, so that's probably the one. Question 11, which way do you face in the shower? We don't actually have a shower, we only have a bath, so I can't provide you with an answer for this, although I'd probably stand facing away from the water. I don't know. I think it depends, really. I wouldn't say I had a definite answer. Question 12, do you have any weird body skills? Nothing particularly weird. I can move one ear, not the other one, just my left one. I can't do the weird, like, pushing my thumb against my arm thing. I have quite rigid finger joints, which I suppose is only good in the long run. Question 13. What's your favourite comfort food that's bad, but you eat anyway? I would say most comfort food's bad for you. Isn't that the point of comfort food? Normally it's whatever I can find in my house, whatever's bad. If there's cheesecake in my house, then it's going to be the cheesecake. At the moment there seems to be an unnaturally large number of chocolate digestives in my house, which is really weird, but whenever I'm looking for food, all I can ever seem to find is chocolate digestives, so at the moment they're probably my biggest weakness and biggest comfort food. Number 14, what's a phrase you always use? I always say literally when something's not literal, and I always say that's a really stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. Frankly is another thing I say, so I'll get to the end of the sentence and just go, frankly, which I hate doing as well. The other thing I do, and this is also transferred over into my French conversation, which I do at school, I always say definitely. So if I come to the end of a sentence and I've run out of things to say, I'll just go, definitely. And this always comes, like, if I'm talking in French, at the end of a sentence I'll run out of things to say and just go, oui, définitivement, définitivement. Another thing I also do in French conversation is when we have to express our opinions, I always say je pense, which means I think. They say you should always vary how you express your opinion, so say à mon avis, which means in my opinion, or personnellement, which means personally, or je crois que, which is I believe that, and yet I still just go je pense que, over and over again. My French conversation teacher has actually banned me from saying it because I say it so much. So that's probably the worst phrase that I always use. Question 15, time to sleep. What are you actually wearing? Nothing weird. I wear a t-shirt, and depending on how cold it is, either shorts or pyjama trousers, really. So nothing odd, nothing really appropriate for this tag. So yep, those are the 15 questions. I hope this video hasn't been too long. It cut out the last time I filmed it. This is the second time I'm filming it. I've already decided on my next cover and the next vlog video I'm going to do. So I should have them up within sort of the next week or so. So that would be good. So thank you for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye.